All right, charcoal types and differences. What are the types? What are the differences? Well, that's what this video is all about. Now, I teach a drawing technique that I call the 3-layered method. For those of you that have been following the channel for a while, you already understand that that is how I personally use charcoal in my drawings. It is definitely a more refined aesthetic. People seem to like it. So I will be speaking to the charcoal types and the differences between each, and then I'm going to be breaking them down as far as how they apply to the 3-layered method, so that if you want to give charcoal drawing a go, I think that this will be a much better guide for you, rather than picking up some vine charcoal and just arbitrarily drawing on a piece of paper and getting frustrated and then not liking charcoal. So the 3-layered method, like when I think about it, it's kind of like if painting and drawing got together and had a baby. That baby would be monochromatic in nature, and it would be called the 3-layered method. The reason why I say that is because within the 3-layered method itself, I use a variety of brushes, erasers. I use different drawing concepts such as defined lines and implied lines, and retrieving high values, and to bring out underlying form and really try to get the drawing to pop off of the paper. So if you find yourself intrigued by the 3-layered method and you want to give it a go for yourself, I do have Amazon affiliate links to every tool that you will need in the description of this video. So check those out. You hit the link, it goes straight to the product. You put the product in your cart or however many products you need, and you hit order, and it's on your front door in hopefully a week or two. So you can start drawing with me. So this video is quick, 8 to 10 minutes of drawing theory, drawing application, an overview of tools, and kind of a breakdown of which types of charcoals give you the best results and what the differences are between all of them. So before we get to it, make sure that you like, make sure that you subscribe, and then make sure that you turn on all of your notifications so that you never miss when our latest and greatest videos hit the channel. All right, I know I'm a joy to hang out with, but let's get to drawing theory. All right, so technically speaking, there are only 2 types of charcoal. There's powdered charcoals, and then there's compressed charcoals. Where the lines get muddled is when it comes to compressed charcoals, because there's vine charcoals, there's actually compressed sticks, and then there's charcoal pencils. All of them technically classify as compressed charcoals. But here we're going to start with powdered charcoals. Okay, now what this is basically a soft charcoal that I've grinded with the use of a sandpaper strip, and I've placed it in the top of this candle cover here. Now, when it comes to powdered charcoal, you don't ever want to use your fingers, okay? The reason why is because oils will smear and it just doesn't look very good onto the paper. So what you want to do is you want to use brushes, okay? Brushes are the key to a very beautiful application in regards to it being placed onto the paper and creating the foundation for a lot of your drawings. And you can just use like a basic number 6 here. And this is the brush that I use most of the time when it comes to laying down that foundation. Okay, and that's what powdered charcoals offer you. They offer you the ability with the application of brushes, again, not your fingers, for a very, very smooth, evenly distributed base layer for your drawings, regardless of what it is that you are drawing. This is a smaller brush, a little elf brush, and smaller brushes will give you more control, but the principle is the same. Okay, when it comes to a nice smooth application onto your paper, don't use compressed charcoals for base layers. Always use powdered charcoals, and your drawing will be better for it. Okay. All right, so the first of many compressed charcoals is this is a soft charcoal. This is basically the pencil that I used to grind the powdered charcoal into the candle top, okay? But basically, what is the difference, right? Soft, medium, hard, what does that mean? Well, basically what that means is the soft charcoal from the factory has little to no binder agent mixed with the charcoal during the manufacturing process. When you're going like this here and you want to have a little bit more control versus powdered charcoal with a brush, you can go in and you can pinpoint and strategically target exactly where you want that soft charcoal to lay. And because it's a soft charcoal, when you go to hit it with a blending stump, it'll blend real nice. Now on the opposite end is the hard charcoal, okay? The only difference is that the hard charcoal, the reason why it's a hard charcoal is because it has the most amount of binder agent in it. And what that basically means for you in regards to application onto the paper is that you can pull really nice defined lines. It's perfect for layering on top of soft and medium charcoals in regards to detail work because it holds together really, really nicely. So like say this, for example, if you want to run a nice thick line, right, with some decent line weights, you can do that with the hard charcoal and you don't have to worry about the tips breaking off on you, okay? And then the Goldilocks of the three, medium charcoal. And you guessed it, this one has a nice medium amount of binder infused in it. And so what that does is that basically gives you the ability to pull nice defined lines like what I just showed you with the hard charcoal. But at the same time, it gives you a nice ability to blend the charcoal into the paper and get nice smooth gradations across your values. Okay, so with the medium charcoal, because it's that Goldilocks, you're able to go in and add shadows and really build up your low values. And you are also able to go in and run defined lines and build up implied lines. So soft, medium, and hard, those are the three basic compressed charcoal pencils that you need to be aware of. All right, and then of course there's this guy, vine charcoals, okay? Vine charcoals are more for a very traditional approach to charcoal. So basically what people like to do is they like to break off little bits of these vine charcoals, and that gives them a little bit more control when it comes to actually applying the charcoal onto the paper. And these vine charcoals come in all sorts of different sizes. So the skinny bit that I just showed you, and they go as big and as thick as this guy here. Again, you can break off a small piece and you can use that with your fingers to build up your tones. And then of course there's these guys, these little compressed charcoal sticks. Same principle as the vines, but these guys tend to have a little bit more binder agent infused in them. You can use them like this onto the paper and they'll give you a really, really nice aesthetic. Not only that, but they also come in white or, you know, high values as compared to low values. So vine charcoals aren't my favorite just because they get all over the place and they're really, really dirty. But if you want something better, the three-layered method. So let me explain the three-layered method in regards to the different types of charcoal, okay? So in the three-layered method, we use soft charcoal, medium charcoal, and hard charcoal pencils. Okay, I don't use any other compressed charcoals in the three-layered method. And the reason for that is refinement. Okay, it's just a more refined approach. And then here, I use a graphite pencil. This is for my outline, right? My two-dimensional outline. This is where I go in and I build out basically the structure, if you will, or the framework of my charcoal drawing. So with that, I also use brushes, okay, as mentioned before with the powdered charcoals. So I use the number 6 and I use the elf brush. Both of these brushes are crucial when it comes to using powdered charcoal for my base layers, right? That initial layer of charcoal, I get a nice smooth application. The charcoal rests on top of the paper very, very nicely. And the best part is, as opposed to the vine charcoals, is I don't get any charcoal on my fingers. And then here, I use a scratch piece of paper to check my tones, okay? So what I'll do is I'll grab my powdered charcoal. I'll take my brush here, number 6, I'll apply the charcoal, double check my tone, and then I'll apply onto the paper. Just like this. And the cool thing about that is if you need to go in and have a little bit lower of a base layer, you can check that and you can build that up real nice with your brush. Try doing that with the compressed vine charcoals, those compressed charcoal sticks, and you'll find that it's not the best. So, and then of course we also use smudgers as opposed to using your fingers. Okay, you can use your fingers with vines and compressed charcoal sticks, but these blending stumps are very, very nice in regards to the 3-layered method because it gives us a much more targeted application. We have much more control, and as you can see, we're able to build up detail work very easily and with very, very minimal effort. And of course, our fingers stay clean. And then erasers, right? High value retrievals. Here is a battery powered artisan eraser that you can pick up. I'll have links to all of these erasers in the description of this video. And then right here you got your Pentel click eraser. This is for erasing big whoopsies, right? And then of course the Mono Zero eraser. This is my favorite one. So this is basically my detail eraser. See, I can go in here and I can have targeted high value retrievals with my erasers, and I can go in with my Hoo-Hoo. This is another battery operated eraser that I have, and I can retrieve those high value retrievals in my drawings. The more tools you have, the more options you have when it comes to the creative process. If you have any questions or concerns, please comment and I'll do my best to answer them. Stay happy, stay healthy, and remember, never stop drawing.